Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we shall discuss a very interesting topic which is on stylized illustrations. So here you can see I have taken this reference which we will use to draw our sketch. Also, I will be sharing interesting methods with you which you can use to draw the figures very quickly in a stylized manner. We shall begin with the center line which will be at the center of your paper on which you are drawing. Now this line will help us to divide the figure or divide the paper into equal halves and will also guide us further in our sketching method. You can use the scale if you want, or I would recommend to use it more like a freehand method. This will also polish your quick sketching techniques. So guys, next we shall begin the lines which will kind of form the skeleton of the figure. You don't need to focus on the exact shaping. Here you can simply start with the side lines like the skull and the shoulder drop, the chest line and the waistline. Here you can use very sharp strokes. Just take the reference from your picture and try to use those silhouette kind of the lines which will give you the basic skeleton, or you can call it the blocking of the figure. And here you can use lots of rough lines. If you have already practiced the croquis, you can follow the certain measurement. For example, on the center line which you have drawn earlier, on that you can put the points, or you can simply go freehand. Like most of the time I keep a few of the measurements. Like for the face I like to go minimum 1 inch, and the waist placement can be at the 3 inch on the center line. So this way you can at least try to build a proportion if you are very new to the sketching portion. But the stylization of any figure can go totally freehand. You can use lots of rough lines here. The lines don't need to be very perfect at the very beginning. You can use very soft strokes so that it's also easier for you to clean later, and keep on giving this kind of strokes with a very light pressure, and you can draw the garment along with the figure. Here guys, you don't need to draw the croquis first or the flesh figure first, then you are draping the garment, then you are giving the face details. You can keep on doing as you move from the top to the bottom, where you are adding the features also and the garment detailing also. The next hack would be to enhance the flare and the flow of the garment. For example, if you are doing something like a skirt or a gown or like the lehenga style, you can definitely enhance the fall of the garment from the waist and increase the volume. This way the focus will be more on those flares where you are also putting lots of colors and detailing, and overall the whole look will be more eye-catching. So here guys, you can see I'm trying to use the bottom of my paper, and to fill out the space, make the flares little broad than the usual reference picture. So you can definitely take the example from the reference picture, but you can also add your own vision to the whole sketch to work on the whole aesthetic of your presentation. So you can work on the stylization of the garment as well. Coming at the features like the hands and the fingers, you don't need to add too much of the detailing like how we make when taking the actual reference of the hands. You can simply draw the outer lines of the fingers, enhance the fingers little bit longer, because in a stylized figure we like to use little longer and sharp lines. So you can simply make structured figure for the hands and don't worry about adding too much detailing here. So here again I'm adding more of the volume at the dupatta as well, and you can see from the waist level we have that volume down below at the lehenga. So yes, this way you can definitely do the enhancement in the garment as well. After this, like when you are done with the rough sketch, building the rough lines, move towards the detailings Now keep on adding the little bit detailings whichever you need to finalize here. For example, I think the shoulder I would be making it little more defined, the chest, the waist, wherever we have that fitting work of the garment, the blouse, the sleeves, everywhere you can add all the tiny details. Then move towards the face, the hands, adding more of the dupatta or the borders and such tiny detailings in your sketch. For the face, I will not be adding too much detailing here guys, because our goal is to finish the sketch within 10 to 15 minutes, and this type of sketches are mainly when you want to do something like in a stylized manner, or you are drawing something from your imagination, you are trying to build a sketch for you to put it in your boards, like while the design process you are thinking something, you are making your collection, you are building the whole outfit in your mind and simply putting the thought on your paper. So that time you can just focus on the garment itself. But if you want to add little bit of the other features like the face or like the hair, you can do that. Like here I'm showing you one way where you can add the hair, like again in a very quick manner, and you can also add little bit of drama to the hair flow as well. Like we are kind of drawing something more traditional or more ethnic wear, so I think a long braid can make the look more vibrant. So I have added little flowers and this long braid. And for the face, again I will not go with too much detailing, so you can again give very sharp lines, or you can draw the lips as well, all up to your creativity. And for the jewelry also, you can make some quick circles for the bangle effect. Lastly, if you want to add more volume for the lehenga, you can do that from the waist level, and I think I would be adding that because I have more space left on both the sides, and I think this will also enhance the overall coloring as well. We have more space to fill in the color and the texture, so why not? We are doing something uh, more of a stylized way, and you can definitely do that. Here we don't need to build the actual representation of the sketch, we are simply taking an inspiration and trying to use our own imagination also. So feel free to make your own changes and do something which you are more comfortable in. Remember, it's a practice kind of work for you. Initially you can use the scale and use your own methods wherever you feel like, but I think this type of quick sketching also helps us to work into more detailed work later on. So guys, try these methods out. Initially you can take easy references for yourself which are comfortable for you to draw, and you can keep on making your works better with each practice. Let me know if I should continue the series and keep on making more such sketches, taking more type of references, and making more videos on the stylized illustration series. So here I am done with the pencil base, and now this is not like a mandatory step, but you can outline your sketch if you want with a black fine liner. I usually don't do this step when I'm making more of my other works, like where I'm doing little bit of the realism for the fabrics. You will not see me outlining the skin especially, or the face. I just use it for the eyes detail. But here you can outline with a black fine liner guys, because if you have used lots of rough pencil works and you are planning to erase and making it clean, so you can use this type of fine liners where you have the solid base with you, and you can use the eraser to erase out your other rough works. So this is something you can follow. After this, for the coloring medium, you can choose some fast mediums if you are planning to finish it in a limited period of time. Avoid watercolors. If you're not comfortable with watercolors, you can choose any medium actually which you are comfortable in, and you can choose maybe mediums like markers, brush pens, even pencil colors, to just give that bit of texture, bit of the color, so that you can build your own color story and work on the texture of the fabric. So here your main goal is not to show the exact rendering of the fabric. You can simply build like a base color and fill it like a solid color, guys. Over it you can use pencil colors to give little bit of the shading and little bit of the folds, and focus more on the creative side, like how you are giving the brush strokes and how you are giving the shading. So there you can pay more of the attention to bring out the artistic value of the overall sketch. For example, in the reference picture, we have more of a defined brocade effect, which is the realistic fabric look. And you can also check out my brocade fabric illustration tutorial, which is again a lengthy process if you want to follow the realistic method of showing the actual fabric look. But what are we trying to achieve here is that the fabric look is not important. It's about the artistic value and how you are trying to create the look of the fabric with simple manner but in a effective way. You are using contrast colors, dual shade of colors, like I'm using a lighter pink and a darker shade of the purple type color, so that we can show the fabric contrast as well, and using the yellow and the yellowish ochre to show that bit of the brocade shine. So we are using that similar type of color to show the nearest fabric look possible, but in a very unfinished manner, which is our main goal. With the gray and the black you can create more of the contrast. So guys, the more amount of black you're adding, and also if you are leaving that little blank whitish portion, automatically you are increasing the level of contrast, and you are using shadow and highlight together, which will again bring that impact in your sketch. For the texture, you can combine it with a pencil color, and you can use a pencil shading over the marker or the brush pen base. I'm also using this yellow as a backdrop, because yellow again will go as a good backdrop because it's a lighter shade, and also it's a contrasting color to the red and the darker shades of the pink. So overall it's creating a vibrant effect altogether. And you can use something like a metallic marker, metallic colors, acrylic colors to create the final embroidery effect in a quick manner, to show that it has some kind of detailing work over the dupatta. So guys, again, don't worry so much about the realism here, because you are trying to focus on the aesthetic of the work and to create more of a stylized figure, more of a quick sketch, quick coloring project, whichever suits your main agenda. But this method will also help you to polish your skills and to increase the flow of your hand, and bring that fluidity in your strokes. Because trust me, every day if you sit to work with your colors and pencils, it will definitely help you to get better and better with your skills, and help you to make more such sketches in a very less timing. It will increase the speed of your work altogether. So guys, for the finishing touches, I am using the tip of my brush pen to give the final strokes, like the folds and the shadows, because we are trying to create a vibrant fabric effect. The example of the fabric is brocade, which is very shiny, and it will have that thicker effect. So black will definitely increase the look here. And lastly, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know your views down in the comment box below. I shall see you all very soon in another tutorial. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Keep illustrating.